Good morning, good morning, good morning, babe. Good morning to all my bushwatchers out there and all my people that are busy and stayed up too late last night, so they got to catch the replay, gang. Yeah, I saw people was up late last night. I saws it. I saws it. How many of y'all feel like crap this morning? Raise your hand. I'm just saying. You know, we ain't as young as we once was. We got to start catching them damn replays. Can't be staying up all damn night. We ain't young folk no more. That shit hit a lot harder than it used to, don't it? I'm drinking my coffee this morning. I got to cook when in a little while. I think I'm gonna make the steak. I'm not sure. Mm. I had to take my medication. This is your med check reminder. Please take your heart meds, the pressure, all that is your med check reminder. Take your medication and don't be a dumbass like me and forget the shit. You know what? I just realized I ain't did a med check reminder and I don't know how long. Damn, that's been a minute, ain't it? That's been a long minute. Oh, my allergies are acting up this morning. I was sneezing earlier. Y'all know how I get to sneezing like crazy. Early in the morning, I don't know what it is, dog. I don't know what it is about my allergies wanting to act up and be crazy and doing all kind of mess early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. But I was sitting here, waking up. I hope everybody had a good weekend this weekend. Um, I was sitting there this weekend and I was chilling. I did Me and my husband watched our shows together, and then Sunday I did Geek and God Day because y'all know I do that every Sunday. I do Geek and God Day, and we then afterward I got on here and I was trying to catch up on everything I missed. And child, it sometimes be a lot over the weekend. There'll be some crazy mess go down. I don't know why all the mess decides to go down on the weekends. It does though. I guess because people got time because they ain't at work. And today, a lot of people might be sleeping in because they ain't got school, they ain't got to go to jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I do not blame y'all for sleeping in this morning. I truly do not. If I had to get up every morning, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I got a day off, shoot, I'd be like, I'm sleeping smooth the fuck in. So I'm gonna go look up some mysteries for us to talk about. See, every one of my topic things, like Monday is mod, mystery, and messy Monday. Sometimes we talk about messy shit. Sometimes we talk about mysteries. Other times we talk about some crazy shit, right? Hey, Classy Cole, good morning. I bet it is absolutely gorgeous overlooking the river. I know a lot of people probably busy right now. They probably did go on vacation knowing they had a 4-day weekend. Shoot, I would. I would have did it. I know a lot of people might be sleeping in this morning. I don't blame them. I would too. Tuesday is Topic Tuesday. Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. Thursday is Therapy and True Crime Thursday. And then Friday is Freaky Spooky Friday. Where we talk about some scary stories sometimes. And then other times, I may put up that we're going to do those topics. And then we might switch over to something totally else. We might be talking Gen X talks. We may be talking millennial talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. I know that I am classified as a millennial, but technically, um, I fall in that little category of where I experienced millennial things and Gen X things, right? So I'm kind of in between both. Like, I still went outside, drank from the water hose, did all that stuff that Gen X did, right? But then I also have the millennial side of me that grew up with different forms of um, technology. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I guess I understand both sets of people. I understand millennials. I understand Gen Xers because I'm kind of, in that area where I experienced both of it. You know what I'm saying? I experienced both of it. And you got to think Mississippi was a little bit behind when it comes to technological advances. I will say that. Um, you know, we were, it took us longer to get some of the technological advances that maybe some bigger cities had already. So we also didn't have as much issues for a long time because of that, right? I stop and I look today at today's world, and sometimes it trips me out, like even today's dating society. Back in the day, you had to actually go out and meet someone. Like you had to go to church, or you went to the store, or you just so happened to go to the gas station, and you met somebody and you had a conversation and you exchanged uh, numbers, and it wasn't cell phone numbers, it was house numbers. And you told them what time to call you, and then you had answer machines and different shit like that. And nowadays, people are meeting over the internet and people are texting, and some people aren't really building the relationship or really getting to know each other. Some people are. Sometimes it's superficial. It's crazy. But what today's topic really is, I'm gonna tell you the truth, why I created Messy Mod Mystery Monday is because I know a lot of people who are moderators for a lot of different channels, and they catch hell being a moderator. So technically, what today was supposed to be for is if a moderator wanted to come up and talk. I actually had a thought process of interviewing moderators. And here's the reason why. I was a huge moderator for the longest before I ever became a CC. Before I ever became a CC, I was a moderator, right? And I moderated, and I actually, the first time I got doxxed, I was not a content creator. I was just a mod. I was just a moderator because somebody thought that I blocked them. They literally did that to me, and I had done nothing to that person. Here's a lot of things. I really don't go around fucking with a lot of people either. That's something that people may or may not know about me. If I actually poke at you, there's a really good fucking reason. I don't go around starting shit for no apparent reason. I will say I heard about what happened with Eric Foss. Eric, I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your mama, and I'm praying for your dogs. Um, because I know what it's like being the caregiver to your parent. I do it for my parents. I do it for my bonus parents. I would do it for my bonus parents. I would do it for anybody. Um, and if in case, if you hear the sound of this, if you ever get to see it, I am so sorry about, what happened with what's going on with your mom. Okay, so how do you see your back chat? Okay. Are you on a computer, Miss Angela, or are you on a phone when you get up on StreamYard? Because it's going to look different from a computer or a phone. I would suggest doing your lives from a laptop because phones tend to give out, the battery dies, all these things. But you're on your phone. Okay. So that's going to look different than what I see. Let me show you what I see right quick. I'm actually going to share screen and show you what I see. And I'm going to share the window, so it's going to look kind of weird, right? It's going to look kind of weird because it's going to triple-ize me, right? So here's the regular chat. See, it says comments over here. And this it says banners, media assets, style people. There's a thing that says private chat. It'll tell you who's in the studio. Now, on a phone, it's going to look different. Like this shows me in studio. I can automatically adjust my volume. I can mute myself or mute others when they come up here. Let me show you something else, Miss Angela. When somebody comes up on your stage, if you want to check who they are, these three dots beside my name, when somebody comes up, if you click that, it'll say verify. And it'll show the person's, like, let's say if you came up, I'd be able to show you this. It'll show me that your YouTube channel is attached to your name. it will show me that. So I know it's you, right? I'll know it's you. Down here, you have the different aspects that you can use. This is the present screen aspect. See, it looks like a little computer thing. This is what I was trying to show you the other night. It looks like a screen with a plus sign, or you can invite people, right? You can click on that and it'll say slides and PDFs, extra camera, video file, image file, screen share, or invite guests. From there, you can, get your invite link and you can copy and paste it. Now, I'll show you something else. If you go to your YouTube tab, not from StreamYard, YouTube tab, I'm going to show you my YouTube tab right quick. I actually have to go over here and go to my channel right quick. Let me go to my channel. View your channel. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my live. I want you to see what I'm talking about. Something. Okay. So let's say that I want to make somebody a moderator, or I want to pin my link or something. I'm going to show you from my YouTube channel. I'm going to actually share my own self, which is going to be weird. Okay, so this is my YouTube chat, right? From here, if I click on your name, Miss Angela, I can channel activity, go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user channel, or add as moderator. And as you add as moderator, be careful making someone a managing moderator, okay? Make most people a standard moderator. Because there's more they can do with managing moderators. Be very careful ever making somebody an admin of your channel, right? Then, okay, let's say I want to post my link and I want to pin it. I'm going to show you how to pin the link so that, and you can do this before your live stream starts because you're on a phone and I know it's harder. You can go copy that link, right? And then when you put it in this live chat and you paste it, right, in the little text box like I just did, press the 3 buttons beside it and go to pin message. That way, during the live stream, you don't have to worry about it. You can tell people it's pinned at the top. It's already pinned at the top. You don't have to do it again. I'm going to stop sharing that right quick. But yeah, Miss Angela, I'll show you right quick how to set up banners. And now, if you have the free StreamYard, okay, I'm going to reshare the StreamYard itself. I have to do that through a window, okay? If you have the free StreamYard, you're going to want to put, when you do this, slides and PDFs like this right here. And see these, let me add this to stage so you can see. Remove this. Add this. See this thing down here? This will be what I'll put up. And from here, I'll choose, I made a for guests, so it'll block everything on screen. You can also make yourself large, and when they come up, it'll make it to where only you're shown and not them. So you can do a thing called, let me, as you see, I just made myself solo layout. I can literally make anything solo layout. You could change the layout right here. Over here is technically banners. These are the tickers you see running across the bottom of the screen, right? I also you have the ones that just sit up there like that. It doesn't tick. Let me show you. Let me go in and I'm going to edit this. See that little button that looks like a pencil? If I put it as a scroller, it'll scroll across the bottom. If I unclick that, it won't scroll. So it'll just sit up there. This is your media assets right here. Okay, this is my logo right here that I made myself. These are my banners. So I put my banners right here under overlays. because I pay for StreamYard. So I can put this up and you can't see anything, but I could take it down, right? So that protects you from P bombers. Here you have your intro and outro you can set up, and you can, this little more button is where you would add it. And if you need an intro or outro, let me know. Tell me what kind of music you want. What vision do you want for your channel? Do you have, if you email me, Miss Angela, like if you want pictures of your dogs in a slideshow type situation, and like different things in your thing, I can hit you up an email. If you want to, in the email, hit me up with your, see, don't put your phone number, your email out here, right? I'll give you mine, right? I don't want nobody doing nothing to you because I'm going to protect you. If you would like to hit me with your number and me call you and we have a conversation about it, that's also fine. But I don't want you putting nothing out here publicly, right? I'm trying to protect you in my heart. Down here is where we have backgrounds. So because I pay, I get to have the moving backgrounds, and that's the background y'all all see right now. That's my fire one, but I can change it. I have many different backgrounds here, right? When I do my game night, I made this one for my game night. That one for my therapy days. Down here, you can play background music, right? So I actually need to remove these because found out if you see this, my friend Lolo, those cute little beats that I download, they're copyright. You can't use them. So some of these I actually have to go through. But you can play music in your background if you so choose to. And they now have a soundboard. They now have a soundboard. Hold on, I'll show you the new soundboard that they have. That's a new thing they added. So, like, if you're doing a show and you want to add sounds to your show, but this is a way, if you have the free StreamYard, right, that you can do banners. You go to, when I'm adding this to a stage, I'm actually making it a Google slide. So you have to literally go into Google Slides and create it. I'll show you how to do that right quick. If you're doing it for the free 99. So I'm going to teach people how to do this from the free 99. Okay. You're going to sign into Google Slides with your account that you're using for Google, because obviously if you're using YouTube, you have the Google account, right? So let me show you right quick. I'm gonna screen share that instead. I'm gonna stop sharing this. I have to stop and reshare because I'm sharing a window. But here we go. This is Google Slides. Okay. When you're in Google Slides, you see how I have these? I made them myself. I just came in here. I created a new presentation and I put them in there. You can see all my Google Slides. These are so I can use them. That's my copyright disclaimer. So I can pop them up on screen for free. For free. But now they also have the image thing that they did not have. They didn't have the image thing before on StreamYard that they have now. Now you can press that plus sign and an image file. Let me look up banner because I'm pretty sure I have one on here. Look up coffee. I'm just going to use the CoffeeCon poster because it's easy. I can easily add and remove it from stage because now they have a thing for that. And if I want to make it solo layout for that, I can put myself behind it or put people behind it, right? You have to change your layouts on here and create one for guests specifically. Or it'll just pop them over the damn thing. But yeah, it's so simple nowadays. You don't necessarily have to go through the Google Slides, but if you ever wanted to, that's a way to do it. Good morning, Mr. Fumbo. Also, I haven't fully watched your video yet. Yeah, my email was in your back chat. Hey, World Unknown. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Miss Catherine. Good morning. I was just doing, trying to help Mr. Richie. Good morning. I was trying to help Miss Angela and show her how to use these things. And one day, Miss Angela, if you want to, you can do a private StreamYard, which basically means you set it up like you're gonna go live, but you ain't went live, right? Or you can call me in before. You can send me the StreamYard link through email, and I can help you set the shit up before you even go live. Also, when you hit me up with that email, and I'll put my email on screen right quick just in case you didn't catch it from the back chat. Um, when you email, if I don't see it right away, please tag me on my community wall or hit me up in my comments. Go, hey Charlie, check your fucking email, because sometimes I don't check my email. Ask Mr. Rubin, ask anybody in here. They all know me well enough. I sometimes don't check it right away, and I have to be told, bitch, check your email. I'm like, okay. And I'll get right on it, Miss Angela, if you want me to create you, just randomly create you an intro and an outro. I find the beats myself, and I usually run it through my channel to make sure you're not going to get a copyright. I do the checks because I'm monetized. When I run it, it's going to tell me if you're going to get in trouble for using it or not. And so I'll go today probably or tomorrow, and when if you'll tell me when your next show is, I'll try to have it done before then. Usually it don't take me long to make graphics and different things. It usually doesn't take long at all. Watching Boo, y'all was up late last night. Late as fuck. How y'all do that? I don't know how y'all do that. I also saw where somebody tried to lie and say they didn't have a felony on their record. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if y'all know this. And Mr. Fumble can to attest this because he's actually from there. I have friends who are from Florida, and different states do this, where you can have something what they call adjudicated, which means adjudicated means it's your first ever felony offense or first ever offense. And that doesn't mean it gets taken off your record. It just basically means that as long as you don't do nothing with such and such amount of time, it's kind of like it disappears. It's called adjudicated. And you don't get jail time or no shit like that. Like, you just got to pay your restitution, and you don't even really do probation, even though you're on probation. But it's, yeah. Yeah. I'll put it back up there just in case you need to write it down, Miss Angela. Yeah, I realized after I sent it in the back chat that you may not know how to get to the back chat. Now, on your phone, it may look a little bit different, right? But it's going to be about the same. Usually what I find with the phone versus the computer is that the phone has the private chat and the comments kind of like right beside each other. But yeah, so hit me up and tell me what you want, and I got you. If you need some banners to put up for guests or thumbnails, I made one of my friends. You'll see her come in here. She's my sister from another mister, Creole Liba Butterfly. I made her an entire week's worth of thumbnails for different shows that she decided to do. She hit me up with the idea that she had. She told me the name she wanted, and I just played around with Canva. I sometimes I charge for them, but most of the time I give them away for free, because here's the thing. If you're a friend of mine and I like you, that's my way to support you, if that makes sense, right? That's my way to support you. If we're cool like that, that's what I consider myself doing, is supporting you and your channel because I like you. See, as you see, y'all can see my little watermark up in the right corner. I could change that watermark anywhere I want on this screen. Anywhere I want on this screen. And, mine, because I call my people Charlie's Angels. I was going back and forth on whether to call my people's Charlie's Angels or to call y'all my unicorns, right? Because Charlie the Unicorn. And then I was thinking about the thing, Charlie bit me. And I was like, but how do I make that into 3 tiers for membership? So when I tell people, when you go to name your chat or your people, think about possibility of getting memberships in the future and what your 3 tiers are going to be named. Or if you're just going to have 2 tiers. I know people who just have 2 tiers. I have the 3, but I don't expect anybody to actually join the third one, if that makes sense. I That's why I keep the $2.99. I need to get on the ball and start doing my members only lives and doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, and that's on my ass because I've been so damn busy. And I want to thank each and every one of you members who have supported my channel for the $2.99. I want to thank you, and thank everybody who supports me in general. I feel really bad. A friend of mine reached out to me the other day, and she knows who she is when she hears this, that I didn't see it, and she thought I ignored her. On Sunday mornings, I'm not really on YouTube, and I do D&D from 9 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometimes we go a little over. Well, I also, on top of that, yesterday had to cook after I got off D&D and take care of the family. So by the time I got around to it, I didn't get on YouTube till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was tired, and I didn't see it. And she has been a very heavy supporter of my channel. And I hope you know this and you hear this. I really do care about you and would have showed up with bells on. You know me. Really breaks my heart that I missed that. Because also, it was a great conversation. You had a great topic. I'm really sad I missed it. Okay, love. I'll make sure that you straight, Miss Angela. We'll get together. You can send me a picture of like what you want your like thumbnail to like. What is that called? You see how I got my picture here? Well, when I do these things, I'll show y'all something. When I do graphics for people, they tend to have a channel, like something about their channel, right? So I'm gonna show y'all some of the ones that I've done in the past, right? I'm gonna show y'all my Canva. Okay, this is how graphics work. When you do graphics for someone. Now, these are certificates that I made for a church. These are things that I made for interviews my friend had. There's the poster, so she could put it on her community wall. There's the thumbnail, so she could use it for that. This is a video that I created for her. But like this one, I created for my friend Lolo. So you see, that's her picture that she likes to use right there. And she calls her people the love bugs. I put her Cash App, you know what I'm saying? So she could use it. And I know she likes the color purple. Like she loves that color. So because I know she loves that color, I use that color for her stuff, right? Just recently I did another one for let's see, where's it at? Let's see. I'll show y'all a video that I made for my friend Creole right quick. This is her video that I made. She sent me the sound she wanted to use, and she calls her people, you know, she does the butterfly thing. So when I made this video for her, you know, I included a lot of butterflies. Hold on. Let me play it from, let's see, let's go here. There we go, so y'all can see it in full screen.
Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies, in the kingdom we fly. With love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so high. Smooches to the world like we're touching the sky. Creole butterfly, spreading love so wide. Everywhere she goes, she's got that Libra pride. Graceful like wings, she flows through the air. Smooches for the kingdom, yeah, she's always there. With a heart full of gold and a spirit so free. She lifts up the fam with positivity. The Oprah of smooches, everybody gets a share. Sending love like kisses everywhere. Smooches, smooches, everybody gets a smooch. From Creole butterfly, yeah, she's spreading love to you. To all my butterflies, smooches like a kiss in any weather. She's lifting hearts, putting smiles on faces. Smooches in the air, filling empty spaces. It's love, it's peace, and a whole lot of light. With her wings wide open, she's shining so bright. To all my butterflies, let's flutter and glide. With smooches from the queen, we feel that joy inside. She's the Libra queen, balanced and sweet. With every smooch she gives, every smooch is a blessing. My butterflies, in the kingdom we fly. With love in the air, spreading joy to the sky. Smooches, smooches like a kiss in the breeze. From Creole butterfly, putting hearts at ease. Yeah, she's the queen with the love so.
And there I go talking muted again. You know, only Charlie's who does that. Hey, Miss Candy Cane. Hey, Jane. Not that Jane, the best Jane, the only Jane that ever did, ever will be. Okay. Thank you, beautiful. I hope you have a good day today, Miss Jane. I think a lot of us love the color purple, just like love that color. I don't know if it speaks to our inner person or why we so much love that color so much, but a lot of us do. Hey, Mr. Tommy, how are you doing? Um, but you know, so when you make graphics and different things for people, it's just it just comes down to, you know, what that person wants, right? And what that person likes. So sometimes I'll surprise people. I have an idea of something, right? But like my friend, she wanted me to do her some thumbnails, my Creole. I love my Creole. So I did. I did her Freaky Fun Day Friday, her Talk With Me Tuesday, her Weird and Wild Wednesday, or no, that's her Talk With Me Thursday. Teachable Tuesday and Missing Mondays, where she talks about missing people on Mondays. And see, I did them all in different ways, but at the same time, if you notice, they all have something very similar in common. And on the most of them, I put her, you know, like her channel, right, this right here, and her channel thing, right? So it which I gotta repay for this again when I get the opportunity. But like, this is her Teachable Tuesdays, right? You don't have to go too crazy with graphics. um you just want to make sure that it's to their specifics. You know what I'm saying? Like I've made a lot of things for a lot of different people. I think one of my favorite that I ever made, to tell you the truth, besides the funny ones, where's the one that I made? Let's see. For Lolo, because I actually liked the one I made for her competition that she had. Um, where did it go? And one of my friends, Pretty Chocolate Girl, she's, you know, she calls herself a rose. This is a Halloween thing that I did for Lemon. That's a thing I did for my friend. This is one I think I did for Miss Dobie. Um, I threw it together in a couple minutes, and yeah, it doesn't really take entirely too long to make these things. It just depends on what they want. And also, I'm bad about sending like 6 different rough drafts, and you choose the one you love the most. Ask anybody who's worked with me. It's very simple. They tell me what they want. Um, for my friend Jay Dizzle, I made her a members only thing. She told me what her ideas was, and you know, for her members only live stream. And if she didn't like one of the colors, so I went back and I changed that. You know, I kind of switched it around for her and tried to make it to her specifics, right? So if I ever do graphics for you or something, and let's say you don't like the color of something, or you don't like the something on it, you can tell me and I'll go in and change it or switch it around. You can talk to me about what your ideas. It's not that hard. But I hope everybody had a good weekend this weekend. Anybody go out and do anything crazy this weekend? Me, myself, and I just chilled this weekend. and everything, and I just laid back, put my feet up. But that's the crazy part I was thinking about is that technically, because I was born in '87, I'm a millennial, but I also like vibe with Gen X really well, and I think it's because I'm kind of in that gray area to where I'm in between both. So like I gel with both Gen X and millennials, right? Because I am a millennial, um, technically by yearage, but I think I have actually more in common with Gen X because of the fact that I kind of grew up like that. When they talk about how Generation X grew up, a lot of those things I grew up with that. And I will say that a lot of us late 80 babies or early 80 babies were technically considered millennials, but a lot of us grew up more like Gen Xers. We really did. Like we grew up drinking out of the water hose. We grew up outside until the sun, until the lights came on. We grew up riding to each other's houses on bikes, a lot of things. Now, there are things that y'all were a little bit older than us when it came to when things hit, and we were a little bit younger. We did grow up in the technological era. We've literally watched technology, home computers, video games, cell phones, all of that come to fruition from nothing to something. I remember I saw Watcher said that one of my shows I was talking about last week, where she said about the cell phones that used to look like big bricks and they were in cars. I remember cell phones before you even could get a car phone. You were special if you had a car phone. When they had that one, the suitcase ones. Yeah, that's the one she was talking about. She's talking about the suitcase cell phones. Oh my God, they were huge and bricky. I remember when I was watching. Let me show you the Pro, and I'm gonna tell you my favorite cell phone when I was little. There was two of them. I love the old Nokia. Y'all know the old Nokia I'm talking about. You could sling that bitch across a wall. You could drop it and run over it, and that bitch still wouldn't die. I love those old things with Snake. All you had was the little game Snake on there, and you thought you was the shit. But they had you had like different faces you could put on it. You could customize it for the antenna. It had little things, and you could put little stuff on it. It was cute. And I remember when the Sony Ericsson came out. I don't know why I love the Sony Ericsson like I did, but one of the things I loved about it was because you basically had a cell phone and you had an MP3 player at the same time. But to think about where technology started and where it is now is very crazy. Think about when we first had video games. You had like the very first video games were black and white, and it was like not 2D. It was literally 1D. You had Pong and you had like things like that. Before video games, you actually had like real pinball machines and stuff like that. Hey Red Wings Hockey, how you doing, love? But it just seeing the progression. Um Seeing the progression of what things used to look like compared to what they are now is crazy, right? The evolution of cell phones, the evolution of technology. Like now we have laptops and now we have like portable things. Our cell phones. One thing that I hate that the teachers used to tell us, you ain't never gonna have a calculator in your pocket all the time. Bitch, yes the fuck I do. They always used to tell us that in math class. Now you ain't gonna have what you call it, a calculator always handy. I have one in my hand every damn day. But I will say the bad thing about technology. Think about it like this: many of us used to memorize phone numbers. and we'd have a Rolodex in our brain of phone numbers. I bet you 100 to 1 that there's somebody in this chat, or quite a few of you, that know your old house phone number still to this day because you memorized it so much so. Or somebody's phone number from way back in the day that probably ain't even a working number no more because you memorized it because you dialed it so damn much and you had to know it by heart. I can still remember some of my old phone numbers that I had years ago, because we had to do that. And nowadays, most people don't even know people's numbers by hearts. I couldn't tell you if my phone gets changed. I'm gonna tell you this, and it ain't saved to my SIM card or something, and I change phones. I'm gonna text you back with a "who dis," so I can resave your contact information. Good morning, Jax Lynn Love. Like, we memorized things back then. The bad thing about cell phones now is we don't have to memorize numbers anymore. So if half of us went to jail nowadays, we would not know who the fuck to call because we wouldn't remember some of the phone numbers. The only way you memorize numbers nowadays, and I'll tell you this, I have memorized 2 or 3 cell phone numbers, is because I have to write them down so damn much for my parents when I do all their paperwork. That's the only reason, to tell you the truth. If it wasn't for that and I didn't do their paperwork for them and take care of their doctor shit, I would quite literally not remember. Hey, Miss Jill, good morning. Are y'all going to be doing Family Feud again this Saturday? I know that y'all were trying to get the teams together and stuff, and I wish it wasn't on a Saturday, but I understand why it's on a Saturday. All day Saturday is hubby day. And then, unless something comes up, it's usually always every Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm busy from like early in the morning till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because that's when I play D&D. So I'm unbusy sometimes on Sunday afternoons. It also depends on if me and hubby also decide to watch movies on Sunday, because sometimes we do. That's why y'all won't see me at all. So sometimes we'll do Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll spend all that time together. So if you don't see me, that's one of the reasons why. I'm going to tell y'all something else that y'all should all do. Now that we're all older, to tell you the truth, if you have diabetes, if you have a heart condition or a special condition, those medical bracelets are really good to have. Because if you ever get into an accident, it tells them what your medical conditions are. They're good to have. Or at least in your wallet, in your purse, or in your wallet as a man, carry a medical card that tells about your medical conditions. And if you have any allergies to anything specific, medications and things like that. Because sometimes if you're not conscious, you can't tell them, hey, I'm severely allergic to penicillin. I'm severely allergic to codeine. I'm severely allergic to, I'm just making up random names right now. They don't know that, and they'll accidentally give you something that could possibly put your life in danger, right? Especially if it's a place you've never been and you're traveling a lot. This is for your protection, We're and I'm gonna say this too. I will say to get life insurance when you're younger. Don't wait until you get to a specific age. It's cheaper when you're younger, and you can actually lock in those prices. You know what I'm saying? Talk to it, if in case. I know a lot of us are not in that financial area to where we can afford it, but talk to a financial advisor. Sometimes they will give you advice if you can't afford to necessarily, you know, get their services. Yeah, see, a medical card is so good to have, and a lot of people don't think about it. Oh, you can do Friday night. Girl, if you do Friday night, I'm coming. I don't care whose team you put me on. I'll do it. I will do it because Friday night, I'm free. I'm free as a bird. Now, I might have to miss Fumble Friday, but I can go back and watch that replay. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because we could call it Family Feud Fridays. Family Feud Fridays. We can feud all we want to. And I will say, a lot of people, I was on Lemons the other night, and Miss Lovely Love did disrespect me, and I didn't disrespect her, and I wouldn't. And I'm gonna explain to you a couple reasons why. Um, I was not shading her whatsoever at all. I wasn't even thinking about what people had said to her, and didn't even know what people had said to her about putting mustard on the fish and all this other stuff. And some people use it. I don't do that. I don't put mustard on my fish before I fry it. I just season my flour and season my fish, and then I fry it. Or my cornmeal flour mix. I actually do a cornmeal flour mix. I don't just do straight cornmeal, and I don't do. It's more cornmeal than it is flour, but it is a mix. I really wasn't. And the reason, here's the thing: a lot of people in there didn't know I do jump off the porch, but I wasn't going to disrespect her. Because if I actually had something against her, it'd be different. It would be different. But people think I don't take up for myself, but I very well can. I just sometimes choose not to be that person, if that makes sense. Like, why would I randomly jump on her for no reason? And why would I also slick shade her for no reason? To me, I have no reason to do that. Also, that's how a beef Wellington is made. A lot of people don't know that. A beef Wellington, you actually put mustard on the meat, and then you wrap it and stuff. Yeah, also, respect generational wealth. I'm going to say this. I understand a lot of us are not extremely rich people, but there is ways that you can create that even when you're poor, even when you don't have a lot of money. So, with insurance policies, 301ks, Roth IRAs, buying property. You get what I'm saying? Buying land. Land is a good investment. Um, Slowly over time, if you do these things, I'm going to say this. Think about it like this: if you're renting a place and you're spending $1,500 a month, in most places nowadays, rent's over $1,000, even in Mississippi. And I freaked out when I heard that because I never knew our rent went that fucking high in Mississippi, right? You can take that same money and get you a house. It's called a rent to own house, and most banks have them. You can go to auctions and save up a good down payment, and then pay a mortgage or get a loan, and you're paying the same amount for something that you will eventually own outright. If you're young and you're listening to me, think about that when you get older. Instead of renting for someone and just giving them your money, invest. Invest in a property. Save up you some money for a good down payment, right? And then, yes, you will have a mortgage. You will be locked in for such and such time. But eventually it will be yours instead of I'm just giving these people money and they taking my shit. And then let's say in 10 years' time, the property value of what you just bought, try to buy something that's within your price range. Don't go too crazy. So you can actually afford to keep it. Fix it up. You could resell and buy another property. Or, you can flip properties. People do that. So like, yeah, wealthy people do that. And also, Mr. Red Wings, a lot of people don't know that you can actually borrow against your insurance plan if in case you ever have a fall down. Let's say you're doing real well and all of a sudden something hits real hard. You can actually borrow against your insurance plan. A lot of people don't know that. Um, you know, so I just, at the, that's true. I'm gonna say this, Miss Jill. I cook a bunch of different ways, and I'm gonna say this. I hate when people say that white folk don't use um, seasonings because I do. I am a southerner. We season everything and not just salt and black pepper. I use onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, smoked paprika, because there's a difference between the two. Uh, you know, like I love the Gerber, not Gerber. It is, no, it's Weber seasonings. I love the Kinder seasonings. Um, don't be afraid to season your food. I love lemon pepper. That shit's amazing. And I found out that they have a lime seasoning and Tahine. Oh my god, I love my Tahine. And I don't know what happened. I got to go buy another bottle because I can't find it in the cabinet. And Tahine is amazing seasoning. If you haven't never tried it, I'm just saying. It's a lime seasoning with like a spice to it, real good. But if we think about like old school cell phones, old school phones, and we think about where phones have came from, even just phones, right? And think about we used to have payphones. You don't have payphones no more. Oh, Tahine is good. Um, I love Tahine. I really, really do. But I was going to show the evolution of cell phones. Just think about something so simple as cell phones, right? And we can say it about a bunch of different things, right? Like sit here and really pay attention to like here I'll view image in new tab, share this tab. Like those were the like in 1982 the Finnish company Mobria OL something prosecutor to Nokia introduced its first car phone, the Mobria Senator NMT 450. It weighed about 22 pounds. And then you had the Motorola that came out looking like that. The Mobria Cityman, the Motorola Microtac where it had the flip down thing and people thought they was the shiznit. This is just no the like I think a lot of there's the Bell South brick, the IBM. Y'all remember IBM used to be huge. The Ericsson R380. Then it went to the BlackBerry, then the Motorola Razr. And then the Apple iPhone came out in 2007. It's just looking at the progression of like what cell phones look like to what they are now is crazy in my opinion. Like you think about how like this was the big brick back in the day, and all you had was to be able to call somebody. Then when that Nokia come out right there, you had the snake game. Oh, you thought you was somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then you see how it's progressed, right? How technology itself has progressed to like what it is. You know, it's really cool to think about even house phones and different things. Like, oh, look, this one right here. It's even let's open this image in a new tab. Hold on, let me show y'all this one. Share screen. Look at this. Like, look at this of how things have changed. Like, isn't it crazy to think about how like we've watched, most of us in this chat have watched it go from what it was to what it is. Like we have a time period we remember before there were cell phones. Remember when you used to have to when we used to write letters to each other in school? And that was, you had to write those letters. You had to catch the person in school the next day and, you know, or find your friend somewhere. We didn't have like text messaging. Text messaging was writing notes during class, passing them in the hallway. How many of us got in trouble for passing notes in class? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you ever got in trouble for passing notes in class, or if you. It also raise your hand if you never got caught. Some people never got caught, but I know a lot of us got in trouble for passing notes in class. I know a lot of people that do that, Red Wings. They actually use the mustard to keep the seasoning sticking to the meat, and it also what mustard also does when the mustard seed is cooked, it changes the flavor of the mustard itself, and it actually opens up and it tastes different. Like when you eat raw mustard versus cooked, it tastes different. Same thing with ketchup. If you ever noticed, you ever made a good old meatloaf, right? and you put your ketchup on there afterward, it changes the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Miss Heidi. How you doing, beautiful? I forgot what show it was I was watching of yours the other day. Oh, it was I was in there. I had just finished D&D, but I was cooking Sunday afternoon. But I was watching some of your show, and I some of those cases and that true crime stuff, and then kids and stuff. That just it irks me. You know how mad I get, Miss Heidi. Woo. Oh my God, yeah. Oh no, do y'all remember when they used to have the free cell phone minutes after like 9 or 10 o'clock, and you had that one friend who was on the family share plan, and like they got free phone calls after a specific time, so you couldn't talk to them until like 9 or 10 o'clock or 8 or 9 o'clock. I remember when I had certain friends who had that. They had that cell phone to where you couldn't call them till after 10 o'clock. And they could only text so much or call so much during regular times. I remember when people used to have those free cell phone minutes after a certain time at night. Y'all want to know something I did in high school and I got my ass in trouble? I remember a time before they started adding it as a free service after a while, but at first, three-way calling was not free. You got charged for that shit. Well, I thought three-way calling and call waiting was free. So my dumbass and my friends' dumbasses and all of us together decided to start a party line. So basically, they called me, I called somebody else, that person called somebody else, and so on and so forth, till we had like 15 of us on the phone at one time. And we did that for a couple of days. Let's just say a lot of us, when the phone bill came in, was grounded. How many of y'all got grounded when the phone bill came in? How many of y'all got in trouble because you did something you weren't supposed to? And remember when long distance, if you accidentally did that shit, not realizing it? How many of us got in trouble or got grounded because the phone bill came in and we don't run the phone bill up? I know I did. I did it. I didn't know three-way calling cost extra. I thought it was included. Because when the lady upgraded, she told us that included in your package is three-way calling and call waiting. But that didn't say that that's only if somebody calls you. You can't call out like that and do three ways, or you get charged for it. I didn't know that. I got in trouble. That's true. That's true, Mr. Red Wings. You were older than me by that time, but um, I got in so much trouble in high school for doing that. We did a party line. I remember the original party lines. Now this goes back further than that. Remember when everybody had like shared phones, and if you picked up the phone and you put your hand over it, you could hear everybody's conversation. You had to wait until they were done, and everybody had like, if it rings once, hang up, call back. You know it's for such person. If it rings twice, hang up, call back. You know it's for such person, and so on and so forth. Um, I also remember when I'm gonna tell y'all this. A lot of people didn't know this. You used to could jack house phones, and you used to could jack cable back in the day. If you knew somebody down and they didn't know nothing about it, they didn't get no charges. It didn't hurt the person you were doing it with. But I remember when people used to jack cable. We moved into this one house and didn't even know it, but cable was already set up in the houses. It was already set up. We didn't even know it. Somebody was janking off of somebody else's cable. All you needed was a cable splitter back in the day. That's all you needed. One person could pay for the cable. Everybody help a little bit on the bill, and everybody in the neighborhood got cable. Just don't order no movies. And when I talk about the party lines, I'm talking about like my grandma had one of those back when I was a little bitty kid, to where everybody shared the same thing. Hey Dre Day, how you doing? I like your shoe thing on your profile pic. That's cool because I like neon colors. I think neon and glow in the dark's awesome. Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did to somebody because y'all remember prank calls back in the day. You used to star 67, star. You know, a lot of people don't even know what star 67 is or star 69 is. No, a lot of people don't even know what that is. But we used to star 67 our numbers and call other people so it'd be coming up as a block number so they couldn't call you back or they couldn't star 69 your ass. And and y'all remember it still works today, but y'all remember when we used to do that shit? And we'd sit there and I called this one lady. She was a bitch. Nobody liked her, okay, tell the truth. And I left a prank call on her house phone on her messaging machine, and I put, "This is 1-800 Chicks with Dicks, and we heard you have one. Would you like to call us back? We have a very promising opportunity for your work. If you could call us back at one," and I gave her the 1-900 number. Or yes, I did. Remember we used to call people and tell them their refrigerator's running and they better catch it before it gets away? Your refrigerator's running, you better catch it. I know my refrigerator's running. Well, you better catch it before it runs away. And then be on the schoolyard, be on, yo mama's so fat that she used a blanket for a washcloth. We used to watch In Living Color and get all the good yo mama jokes, yo grandmama jokes. Then we'd go to school janking on each other's mamas and grandmamas and just sitting there telling yo mama jokes to each other. And then there would be that one person who always fucked up and said, and that's why yo daddy ran away, because they'd get angry. You know what I'm saying? And then we always knew, you know, that's why yo daddy left and went got milk and didn't come back. And you know, actually hurt somebody's feelings. And then that's when it gets serious. But we'd be just sitting there making fun of each other, janking on each other. That's why I like the beef subject, because some of the roasting gags that are funny and they're actually intelligent reads and they're you know, just jokes, they're not malicious. I like those that are not malicious, that are just fun, because it reminds me of what we used to do to each other as kids. We used to jank on each other, make fun of each other all the time. And that's why your nose crooked. Like, we used to joke with each other, you know. But some of this stuff on the internet does get too malicious and goes too low, in my opinion. Maybe that's just me, but I don't have a reason to go after somebody's kids or go after their family or do any of that bullshit. If I'm gonna fight with you, I'm gonna keep it on me and you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm gonna do. And I'm not fighting nobody for no apparent reason. I gotta have a reason. Like, I don't just go around beefing with somebody because I can. Like, I need an actual reason. Like, most of the time for me, the reason I jump off the porch is not because you messed with me. If y'all have ever noticed, the only times I've ever jumped off the porch was actually in defense of someone that I loved or someone that I cared about. You know what I'm saying? If you ever know about any of the times that I actually have cussed a motherfucker out, it's because of those reasons, not because you actually messed with me, because I could care less. I really don't jump off the porch for myself. The times that I have jumped off the porch was for the hood table, for Creole, for, you know, people that I care about, people that I love. I don't jump off the porch for myself most of the time. I can. It's just I don't feel the need to defend myself because I know who I am. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't feel the need to do that when I know me, you know? I jump off the porch because I'm call myself protecting someone that I care about, someone that I love. You know what I'm saying? Someone that you know, like if somebody jumped Miss Jill, I might jump their ass back. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Miss Jill. Like, that's the thing. I don't go after people just willy-nilly, and I usually don't do it over myself because I know who I am. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't really give a damn. But for the people I care about, I will. I've done it very rarely. I will say that. It's not a huge thing that I do all the time. I'm not into the drama all the damn time because it's just who got time for all that? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I will say that what I have seen is that some people just love drama, love mess, and love putting themselves in that. Hey, Miss Donna Pinicotti. Oh, it's from that 70s show. I like that name. That 70s show name. That's pretty cool. Oh, girl, I did my dishes last night. I got to do more dishes today. Dishes always there, ain't they? Dishes don't never go away. They everyday thing. I swear to God, I'm gonna get me some more paper plates though. And motherfuckers to start eating some I call that the fancy china. So I don't have to do dishes as damn much. I swear to God. I'm gonna make people eat out of paper plates. uh I remember when my mama used to do that, and I understand now why. So she could get a break from the dishes. And back then, not everybody had a dishwasher in their home. If you think about it, we're so spoiled nowadays with dishwashers. Like back in the day, back a long time ago, not everybody had dishwashers. You know what I'm saying? So they hands was the dishwashers. So I understand completely back in the day why people did more paper plate things. We're a little bit spoiled nowadays with dishwashers, and we have ice makers in a home. I remember when you used to have to go to the store down the street and buy bags of ice. You know what I'm saying? Um, Man, I used to love going down the convenience store though when I was a kid and getting that 2 cent piece of candy. Remember when you could go to the store and you could take like 10, 20 cents, take some pennies, and go down to the store and you could get you a Coke, you could get you some candy. You know what I'm saying? Used to go up there, used to have the little gumball machines. You could get you a whole big bag of candy for like a penny a piece. You can't find that shit no more. I miss the old days sometimes, and other times I kind of, I do like some of the new things we have, but I do miss some of the old times of certain things, like being able to walk down the street and go visit a friend and not having to worry about getting shot up and bullshit. Pinciotti. Thank you, Pinciotti. I knew I was saying it wrong. I apologize for that. Because I remember Donna from, that 70s show. I apologize. Donna Pinciotti. My bad. Sometimes I be so country, I mess up shit. I apologize for that. Yeah, Miss Jill don't bother nobody. I forgot. Oh, I know. I know when I jumped off the porch for Miss Jill. It's the same time I jumped off the porch for for my beautiful um why is her name not going through my head? But I see her picture in my brain. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. And she came in not long ago, and I was so happy to see her because I do miss her out on these streets. Um, and I understand why she moved away from some of this bull mess. Um, my choreo lover, I love my choreo lover. You know what I'm saying? What up, way up, dude? How you doing? Hope you're doing well this morning. We was just talking about old times and the way the world used to be. But yeah, I would jump off the porch for Miss Jill because Miss Jill don't do shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? She just be chilling. And those, it's like when I jumped off the porch for the hood table, right? Y'all know how much I love the hood table. That's my homie. Yeah, Choreo Lover she come over here a little while back. She don't drop down as often or come too much back to the sector because she's just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are moving away from the beef sector because they're doing their own thing, thizzle, or they just don't want the drama. And the only reason some of us stay is because it's like family. You got to think about it. When you've been around people for 6, 7, 8 years, you know what I'm saying? It becomes a comfort zone. Miss Jill, comfort zone. It does become a comfort zone because you know everybody, you know their drama, you know what's going on. When you go to new places, it's like you don't know the drama, you don't know what's going on. You have to learn it all. So even as I'm going around getting to know new people and different sectors of YouTube, it's so new that I'm having to learn everything. Like I'm having to know who's fighting with who and what's going on. So I'm learning new shit, right? But it's scary at first. And eventually it'll become, a place where you're cool too, but it takes time. And if you've already put in 6, 7, 8, 9 years in a place, um, then, it's kind of like your fallback. It's kind of like the place where you feel comfortable. So like when I go to my beef sector chats, everybody knows me. I'm respected and loved and whatnot. So it feels like home to me. When I go to new places, I have to get to know everybody. Not saying that I don't love and enjoy new communities because I do, but it just beef sector will always be home. It'll be my comfort zone. You know what I mean? What up, world unknown? How you doing again? I forgot. I done said it once. Shit, I done said it again. Anyway, hey, hey, my new biology. How you doing, beautifuls? I love when you and Lolo do the tipsy auntie streams. Those are pretty awesome, Miss Newbie. And I don't know why I haven't been getting any notification from you. I think what I need to do is go back in there because I know I'm subscribed. I need to go back in there and turn on my bell and turn it off. So maybe it'll give them to me because it does that, I guess, because I'm subscribed and support so many people. That sometimes I don't get notifications. And I don't know why. I have seen some of your videos, but I've noticed you ain't went live in a minute. I have seen some of them, but for some reason it's I'm gonna have to. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off my bell, and then I'm gonna turn it back on, and hopefully, it'll give me my notifications for you again. I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. Is school beating you up this year? I know you happy today. Have a day off from school. I understand that fully, Miss Newbie. I really do. I love your lives. They're always so chill and laid back, and I love the way that you almost have like a calming presence, if that makes sense. And I love that how chill your shit is. That's why I love your chat and I love like your content because you're so damn chill. It does, Dre Day. It really does. Sometimes the notifications fall off, and I'm like, but I'm subscribed and I got my bell on all notifications. Like, yeah, it's a party in your city. You mowed the lawn, got to wash the car later. Yep, keep up with your car. I'm gonna tell you something. Keep up with your car. Make sure you take care of it, and it'll take care of you. Get your oil changed when you should. Make sure you keep everything in running order, and that car will do you right as long as you do it right. I get that, Red Wings. I really truly do. I'm gonna say this: being in different sectors that I've went to, like some of them scare me a little bit, and I admit it. Some of them are scary. And the crazy part is they say, well, the beef sector doxes. Hell, every sector doxes. Well, the beef sector drags kids. Hell, every sector does that. Do you know how many different, like all the things that they say bad about the beef sector? It happens everywhere. I will tell you though that the beef sector is more lenient in some ways than other sectors. And you're gonna think I'm crazy for saying that, but I'm telling you the truth. We don't really. There's a lot of things that we don't do that some of them do, and it's crazy. What happened? How did you almost lost your tooth? Like, what happened? Did you like almost fall or hurt yourself or something? I hope you're like. I know you're okay, but you know, be careful. Don't hurt yourself. I like chilling in the black sector. Red Wings, I've been over there. But sometimes I'm scared of some of them people from the black sector. I admit they scary. See, where you think the beef sector is dangerous, people think that about your sector, right? And but you're like, nah, it ain't that bad. And then the same thing for the black tea sector, the Mo 3 sector, the mob tube, the drama sector, so on and so forth. And like that's the way every person feels about another sector. Like, oh my God, that's scary. You know what I'm saying? But it's home to you, so it feels like comfort to you. Because you're respected over there, right? You've been there for years. But yet you come to a new space and you're like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of scared. It's like going to a new neighborhood for the first time or moving into a new area. Like you got to get to know everybody. You don't know how your neighbors gonna react. You don't know how cool they are, how crazy they might be. You better be careful doing that stuff. You're not invincible, child. A lot of y'all youngins think you is. You not. Don't be dumb and dumb shit. Trust me, I did it enough for you when I was younger. Don't do like me. Okay? Don't do like me. I did some crazy shit when I was a youngin. I want to change back my background, y'all, back to my comfort zone, my one I like. You know, I like my little fire in the corner. I feel like I'm see, I got my little fire emblem there, and I'm chilling, reading my books and all that good, lovely stuff. You be careful doing stuff, world. I know you may think you're invincible, but you're not. And I'm gonna tell you something. Enjoy young life while you can, because before you blink, when you blink, you're gonna be a certain age. You're gonna be like, "What the hell just happened?" Enjoy being a kid. Enjoy like I know a lot of kids nowadays want to grow up so fast. Don't do it. Enjoy that because you're going to miss those years when all you had to worry about was if you got your homework done or, if you did what mama or grandmama or auntie told you to do. Um, don't try to grow up too fast because before you know it, you're going to be out in this real world having to pay bills, having to struggle to make it, and trust and believe you're going to miss those years. You're going to want those years back. And if you're a young parent or you got young kids, don't blink on them neither because I'm going to tell you something before you know they grown. And then the next thing you know, you old. You know what I'm saying? And you going through some shit. And your body ain't as young as it once was. And now you snap, crackle, and pop when you wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll tell you this. I love up there. Like I love people and in general. I was just make sure that was you. Yep. Hey, Mr. G2K.
What's up, sweetheart?
I found how y'all doing today?
Good. Doing all right, I guess, for the most part.
Doing pretty good. I'm just over here.
Oh, you cut out. I cut out or some shit.
You got some kind of echo.
All right, hang on one second.
Good morning, Crazy Brat.
Okay, is that any better?
Yeah, I don't hear. Nope, there I am. Do you have the YouTube, tab open?
Nope.
I don't know
just
why
you.
it's doing that.
I'll jump down and come back up. It's because StreamYard loves me and hates me all at the same time, but they love to hate me more than they hate to love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Yeah, that was crazy. It was like echo, echo, echo. I could hear myself. I'm gonna change my layout back to my normal. I was making us a little. Yeah, I would say a world unknown. Never tell anybody on here where you're from. Never tell anybody on here your full name. Be very cautious in internet safety. Um, because a lot of people, and it don't matter what sector of YouTube you're in, they will dox, they will do a lot of things if they get mad at you. So don't let go too much information. Hey, Pain Like Bane, what Messy Mod Mystery Monday is that literally, let me make sure this is Mr. G2K. Yes, it is. Add to stage. Hey, Mr. G2K.
What's up, sweetheart?
There we go. I don't hear no echo.
I'm telling you, StreamYard loves to hate me and hates to love me. Tell you what.
But what Messy Mod Mystery Monday is we can be messy. It's also Monday is for moderators. Like, let's say you're a moderator, but you're not a content creator, and you want to talk about something that happened to you as a moderator. And also had planned to do like interviews with moderators and what they go through being a moderator, right?
Right.
People go through a lot of shit sometimes just being a moderator. Like they
Yeah.
don't even do nothing; they're just modding. And then mysteries, just mysteries. Sometimes we might bring up mysteries.
Oh, that's cool. I got a mystery for you.
What is a mystery?
How the hell am I so awesome?
I don't know. Like,
Right?
oh, also, I met somebody the other day. I'm trying to remember who it was now, who likes to do the same thing that you do for SA victims and for children. And it's Shack Lady. She's actually doing a thing to where she's bringing up a bill.
Oh, right on. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was telling her, I was like, Mr. G2K, he's doing the same thing. He's trying to change the weird.
Oh yeah. Maybe I can get you to send me your link or something at some point in time. That'd be cool. Or your
Yeah.
name just the Shack Lady or Shack
Yeah.
Lady.
What I'll do is I'll right quick, I'll go try to grab her actual channel. Because sometimes there's different channels. I don't know if there's anybody with her name too. But,
Oh, wrong, right.
and I told her when she does the thing, if she needs like, do signatures, anything like that, or to hit me up with it and I'll share it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I have a lady who I don't pay to do all this work for me, but she voluntarily does it for me. Like if I'm sure she'd be more than willing to help out and get a petition and all that shit going with her too. Like, yeah, this lady Maria G, just saying Maria G, I love you, sweetheart. She's literally personally sent out over 10,000 emails for the petition that I got going right now as well. Like,
works on it every day.
Every day she works on this kind of stuff. So she's a great person to have in the background. So I'm always down to help out.
Grayson. Hey, Jim Coddington, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was and ever will be. Apologize for that. Go ahead.
Well, maybe not just Jim Beam, but I'm just saying. But I just came up here because I've been accused of just coming up on panels and stuff so I could promote my own channel. So I figured I don't like all these people that I, once cared about. I don't want them to be liars. So I thought I'd just come up here and take the opportunity to promote me and me alone and nothing else. You know what I mean? Because that's all I care about is my image.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just totally. It's all about you, It's like the world, it revolves around you,
I mean, I am the center of the universe.
I know, right? I love hearing lies about myself, don't you?
Yeah, I've learned so much about me from other people. Like, why would I even take my own advice anymore? I mean, hell.
Amazing.
Just But honestly, to promote a live stream, I am doing. I've been working on getting this couple. I've known these two people in my personal life for over 20 years. I finally got them to where they're going to come up today on my channel at noon, Mountain Standard Time.
Are you doing it on your main page or your backup page?
Get to know stuff. All my serious stuff from now on is going to be on that page, from that channel, and all my shenanigans are going to be on this one.
I'm getting your channel link right now. That's why I asked, so I can know which channel.
This story is one that's going to grab people by their heartstrings for sure. It's definitely a unique story. When people say "speak for the silent," well, this child's mom and dad are the only ones that can speak for him because he's nonverbal with cerebral palsy. and he was victimized by somebody who was put on this planet to actually protect
Mm.
this family member by another family member. So it's a so yes. I would just share it out there, get it out there. Please come join the conversation. Because
This is
this is
the
what
actual live link, because he's already got it set up, Mr. G2K does. That's the actual live link if you want to go over there and turn on your notification and make sure you're subscribed. That's going to be an amazing story, because here's the thing. I don't know if you know this. I've told y'all I have a brother that passed away 20 years ago. My brother was nonverbal and had cerebral palsy and was not supposed to live. And he lived to be almost 18 years old. And I know what it's like to take care of and help take care of a child that is, because he was my older brother technically, but
right.
he always felt like my little brother because he was a baby his entire life pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. You know, so we cared for him fully. He was completely bedbound. You know, tried to give him the best quality of life that you possibly can for someone who won't go, you know, won't ever be able to grow up kind of situation.
Yeah.
It definitely is challenging. Like, it has its, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there was a
But
lot of things that I missed out on because because we couldn't travel because my brother also had a lot of other health conditions, and besides the cerebral palsy and things, he couldn't gain weight. He never knew when he was full, so people would give dirty looks when, like, he just got done eating a whole plate of pasta, knowing he couldn't eat no more. He'd get sick. He would purge himself if you didn't stop him. So he would like scream and cry, wanting more, not realizing he didn't need any more. He would get sick and it would be very bad for him. He couldn't gain weight, couldn't gain muscle mass, pretty much had epilepsy. So we couldn't travel a lot with him. So there was a lot of things in life that I had to give up for my brother, but I do not regret it whatsoever.
I was just going to ask. I was just going to ask. I mean, I already knew the answer, but I was going to say, and if you had the opportunity to go back and change any of it, would you?
No. And I wished I had him longer, but at the same time, it was kind of like when he passed away. It was like for 3 years I didn't really grieve because he had the most beautiful smile on his
Oh, I bet.
face. And Jesus came to get him himself, I'm telling you. And I literally I was hurting because I missed him, but I couldn't cry because I knew that he finally got to walk, he finally got to talk, he finally got to do things that he couldn't do on this earth. And so it took me, you know, quite a few years for me to actually be able to grieve him properly.
I'm sorry
Because,
for your loss. That's sad. That's
well, he's been gone now. He died in 2001, so he's been gone over 20 years.
24 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like, you know, I look back now and I have no regrets. And do I miss him? Yes, because I love the ground he walked on. He was my angel on earth. And you know, but at the same time, I know that he's in a better place. If he was alive today, he would be
Miserable.
41, 42 years old today if he was still alive. But they kept telling my mom he's not going to live to be a year old. He's not going to live to be 2 years old. He's not going to live to be 3 years old. They had him on so much medication that he was getting thrown into seizures every 5 seconds. His kidneys stopped working, all this other stuff. My mom told them, she said, "You're not going to use my son as a guinea pig. He's going home, and if something happens, he's going to spend the rest of his life happy." And sure enough, she did. She stopped on the medication. His kidneys went back to work, and he got to where he could eat solid foods because he was completely tube formula for years. And she worked with him and got him to where he could eat solid foods. She did all those things and hard work and labor. And, you know, we still miss him, obviously. It's been 24 years. But we all know that he's in a way better place. And it did take some adjustment. After they pass away, it takes adjustment because you're used to, you know, living for a special needs child, and then they're gone. And you don't know what to do with yourself anymore.
There's all that time that's, you know, I hate to say it like this. I'm not trying to sound callous, but there's all this time that is now freed up for you that wasn't there before, and I'm sure it's got to be like,
you have to learn to like redo things because you're so used to, like, I would catch myself getting up and making his bottle. I would catch myself waking up during the middle of the night to check on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
hey, hood love. But like trying to, like, I missed out on, there were times that I would have school events I wouldn't be able to go to, right?
Yeah.
So like I made solo in my choir and I didn't get to go to it because of my brother. There were when I played basketball, I couldn't do away games. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
didn't, there were things that I did, but at the same time, I do not regret any of that. You know, I went from, you know, when he was alive, I was not a big girl, but after he died, I kind of gained a lot of weight because I was depressed. I miss my
Yeah.
brother. I went from playing sports and doing everything to nothing. And I will say this, you will get fat doing that. And it took me years to lose it back down. But I don't regret my brother and I miss him every single day. And um I used to get up every morning and make his bottle, and I'd stay up sometimes knowing I had to go to school because he would have muscle spasms, and I would rub him out and make sure, like take his
Mhm.
lotion and rub his little legs when they would hurt, and and he would be so happy about it because he'd go, uh, like it felt like it relaxed his muscles so he could go back to
Right.
sleep. And there's a lot that you deal with, like, but my brother never had a pressure sore. He never had a bed sore in his life. We kept him from getting sick and things like that. Like, you couldn't walk in his room. His room was dust free. We kept his room sterile as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't go in there sick or anything like that because he couldn't take it like others can because his immune system was lower. So there was a lot of things like, that you go through. So I would love to hear their story because, it really, for me, is personal and close to home. My mom was very protective of my brother. Um, my brother's the reason I got into fights when I was little, and it's the reason I hate the R word.
Right.
Kids would make fun of him by calling him that, and I would fight. And there was
Oh,
one kid.
I'd bust motherfucking faces.
Oh, let me tell you something. There was two boys in the neighborhood. My brother was sitting out in his car seat, and we were playing with him, and he threw a rock and hit my brother in the head with it. When I say that me and my sister cleaned both their clocks, and these boys were 3 times our size, I mean we cleaned their clocks.
I mean,
I fought.
their second hand was running on the minute hand. Their minute hand was running on the hour hand. The hour hand was just gone. Yep, cleaning the clock.
And then, there was many times I fought in school because of people calling him names. Like
Yep.
they literally would attack him for no reason. I'm like, why? He's a special needs kid. What, like, you know what I
Like
mean? Like,
you should go out of your way to protect people like that. Like you should
exactly.
like I don't get I don't get why it's because people see that vulnerability. Oh, what are they gonna? They can't do nothing about it. So I'll just do whatever I want. Guess what? You just stepped into the wrong playground, bud. Because now you're going to be probably leaving with a toe tag and a body bag, and probably just end up in the desert in 7 spots. You know what I mean? Like for real.
I absolutely will go to war for a special needs person. And
Hands down, without question.
that's why, like, it kills me when some people who I see some of these people who claim certain things and then use it and weaponize it, because there are real people
Yeah.
out there who are special needs and go through terrible things and having to deal with being picked and made fun of and all these things, and they're not out here doing mean shit. Because
Yeah.
I know somebody with autism who is high functioning
My
autism,
son. My son.
and well, your son's a good kid. What I'm talking about, this person actually does
Oh,
really terrible things and then tries to weaponize their autism as an excuse.
hey, I know a lady just like that. Crazy. Crazy.
I can't stand that shit because, like, here's the thing: there's actual people out there who don't do anything like that. I have another friend, however, who is mentally disabled. He never uses that as excuse if he does some asshole shit. He actually apologizes and stands in it. He has never weaponized it. He has never used it as an excuse. In fact, I champion him all the time when I talk to him. He has literally went out in this world, got his own place, moved to a whole new state for a job, takes care of his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they basically, he went to college, even though he got, special needs classes, and he graduated with a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I don't have special needs. I didn't even go to college, so you know what I mean. Like,
That's amazing.
that's what I tell him all the time. He's so amazing. He went out there and when he got his first mortgage, he thought that he owned the place, and it was so cute. Um, he was, it was adorable, but like he never uses it as an excuse to hurt others. And
right.
if he does, because he's very easily influenced by other people, and he went to this one church that was like a cult, and I had to help him because they were teaching him really bad things. Like he has a cousin who is trans, and they taught him to hate her or him. Technically, him. That's their preferred pronoun. But the reason I say is because I've known this person since before, and so sometimes I even mix up the pronouns, But I
Yeah.
explained to him. I said, "Let me ask you this question: Your cousin's still the same person? Yeah. You still love them? Yeah. They're good to you? Yeah. You're good to them? You love each other? Then why are you letting somebody else teach you to hate them?"
Right.
And and
Like,
that's that's the sad thing about someone who is on the spectrum is sometimes they're easily influenced to do terrible things.
yep. Yeah. And like just please do me a favor and just don't fuck around with special needs people, because I will go out of my way to make sure you really make that your last mistake. You know what I mean? Like,
I
yeah,
hate people who do like I will go to
yeah,
war over a special needs person, and especially if that person's not did a damn thing to you and you're over here doing something to them for no reason. We
yeah.
gonna have a motherfucking problem.
I
And
I ain't got
I
I
hate
got no
calling the R word.
yeah, I got no problem getting down and dirty in the motherfucking mud with anybody over a child, elderly people, and special needs people. I don't give no fucks,
Grabbing a picture. That's
like, for real.
that's what infuriates me about
So
special needs and all that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. And so I can't wait to hear that survivor's story. I may be cooking while I'm watching you. So if I type in chat and I'm not able to say hey to everybody right away, that may be the thing. Because I am gonna, as soon as I get off here, I got to go get everything together to cook, and I'm gonna make steaks today. And I don't know what side I'm gonna make yet, but um, I know that's the meat, Um,
nice. Nice.
so I'm gonna be making that. But I hope that
You
I
know what I like to make when I make steak, my main course. You know what I like to use as side?
what.
More steak.
I like either doing like a salad and garlic bread or doing like potatoes and something of that, because
Yeah, a baked
yeah,
potatoes always good with steak.
yeah, and but I can't wait to hear the survivor's story, and I'm gonna say whoever did that, I wish I could set them on fire. Um, and I wouldn't light my cigarette off them because I don't want the toxic fumes. I would tell them to kiss my ass, but I don't want them nowhere near me. And I don't want their evil to rub off, and I don't want them to touch me with a 10-foot pole and somebody else's body part.
Mhm.
you
And
know,
I would sit there with the bucket and a bucket of water in one hand and the hose pointing in the opposite direction, just smiling as they burn.
I tell you what, I'd just walk right by and go ha ha. I'd be like the little kid off of The Simpsons.
Yep, yep, yep. I can see that too, Charlie. Yep, I
Yeah,
can see that.
that's what I would do. I just walk by and I'd go, ha, you're on fire, ha, and then walk away.
Yep.
But I can't wait to hear that story. I know it's going to be amazing. I know also I'm going to tell you this because I care about you. If you have to take a moment or a break to like take a deep breath,
Yeah.
do so during that because that's going to also play. It's going to mentally affect you. So make sure you take your moment to decompress
Oh yeah.
after that stream.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah. I mean, I've done quite a few interviews, and they never they never cease to amaze me, and the emotional and mental
Toll.
feelings you go through, yeah, it's exhausting, but I'm happy to do it no matter what, and it's
It's
one more
worth
story.
it,
It is.
but I know it takes a mental toll. That's why I'm telling you to make sure to decompress afterward, listen to some music. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally
Absolutely,
take
Miss
your
Charlie.
moment. Because even when I do my true crime and I talk about these cases with kids, especially this new Emmanuel Haro case and the Naziah Harris case, the Madeline Soto, so on and so forth, right? Those
Yep.
cases really bother me because I'm a parent and I don't understand how anybody could do that to an innocent child. And
Yeah.
even talking about when we covered these pedos who get away with it, it really irks and makes me so angry that I do have to take a moment after the streams to decompress and take a moment to myself because it affects my mental health. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. I get it. And I've been there, and I just know that it's been quite some time that this has happened, and I know how it's going to make my two friends. I know what they're going to feel like at the end of the day. To get this out in the open, off their chests, and to have their story out there. I know how amazing that felt for me and for the people I've done interviews with, and I just can't wait for their story to be out so they can get that. Okay, now what's next? You know what I mean?
Also for for them to be able to get this off their chest, it helps and it lets them have a place to vent their frustration, their anger, because here's the thing, you can't even like the kid doesn't even know what's going on. You can't explain it to them, and even if they do, they can't verbalize it. They can't
Yep.
verbalize that they're hurt. Do you know how terrible that hurts someone? Like even when my brother, like he was never touched or done anything like that, but even when he would have like muscle spasms or pain, right? And I knew I couldn't necessarily fix it all the time. That shit actually hurts you. And I'll say this, there's a connection you have with a special needs child that you
Yeah.
cannot explain to anybody else. You can see it in their eyes. They don't nonverbal, you start noticing things that others don't and you learn something. Like I can sit there around a kid and know if they're in pain, if they're happy by their cry, by their like just their facial expressions, their body language,
Yep.
because of being around my special needs brother, right?
Yep.
With him, like I knew each one of his cries. I knew like when he used to watch, he loved WWE. He loved Hulk Hogan. He
Right.
loved Barney. Like when he would watch, it was so funny. He would look at my dad to see if my dad was making any like anger faces or happy faces or cheering so he could
Hmm.
do what he was doing, right? And when he would get angry, he would just shake his little hands and throw his, like he had rattlers and stuff that he played with, and he would chunk it across the room. And he used to play a game with my dad, and he thought it was funny as hell. When late at night when he was supposed to go to bed, he would sit there and he would cry till my dad came in, and then he would hush up when he came in. Then he'd throw his rattler and cry again. So it was like a almost like when I not to say this in a terrible way, almost like making my dad play fetch, and and my
Right.
brother would my brother would then go he thought it was the funniest shit, and my dad would go, now that's enough, it's time for bed. And he'd be like, okay, like you could almost see it in his face, like, okay, dad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But he
And
thought
that's
it
one
was
thing.
funny.
That's one thing. That's one thing I was. My wife and I was talking about about this interview that's coming up. I was like, one thing, like most people who have been victimized in their past, they end up having their own opportunity in life to be the voice for the silent. The thing about this is his parents will only be the only ones to be able to forever be his voice. Period.
Hmm.
And that's what makes it just such a unique, and just please don't miss it, everybody. Just please, I'm just saying, don't miss it. You won't regret it.
I'll tell
And
you this,
Charlie, stay an
something
angel to her.
I would also do is not only, talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of this. But I love also hearing about like what this child does when they're happy, what makes them happy. Like my brother, he loved Barney. Like he was a huge Barney fanatic. And of course we had to have a black and white TV because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of kids with CP end up having epilepsy, and the black and white TVs don't cause as much possibility of having a seizure as the colored TVs do. So we had him a black and white TV because it didn't flash as much. It was the flashes that would cause his seizures.
Right.
But he absolutely adored Barney. Loved football. Loved WWE. He had the things that he actually enjoyed watching. Like he got into the '90s cartoons with me because we were, I would watch them, so he would watch them, and I knew my brother's favorite food. I knew what colors he liked. Like, there's so much that people take for granted. Also, like being able to wipe your own ass, like something so simple. Being able to stand up in the morning, or stretch your arms, or walk to the door, or like there's so many things that everybody in this world takes for granted. Being able to say I love you. Just as simple as saying do you know, like for a nonverbal person, they don't get to do those things even if they're thinking them. And also another misconception is a lot of kids with CP don't actually have the mental disabilities, right? Like my son has mild cerebral palsy, but he is highly intelligent. His is just physical. Every case is different, and people make misconceptions, and some people don't even know what cerebral palsy is, because I am a advocate for cerebral palsy. A lot of people don't know what CP actually is. They assume one thing: cerebral palsy is brain damage, yes, and it usually comes from a stroke in utero, sometimes from abuse, sometimes from shaken baby syndrome. It could come from many different things, or if a baby was dropped when it was born, or if a baby had a high fever, or something along the way, right? It is a form of brain damage, but it affects every child with CP differently. Some it's just physical, some it can be mild, it can be moderate, and then others it's severe. My brother had the severest form. He was nonverbal, couldn't walk, couldn't talk, but his intelligence was technically not touched. He just couldn't get it out. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't.
Yeah.
And imagine if your brain is there, but your body won't let you. That's what it feels like for them.
It's be like having a piece of tape over your mouth that you can't remove.
Yeah. And so that's why I want people to understand what CP really is. For some people, it is like being trapped in your own body.
Yep.
Imagine that. Like Miss Michelle, she's been around the community for a long time. I was telling her the first time that I actually got to speak to her, talk to her, I said, she's highly intelligent, just because, her body and her speech, she has a little trouble with speech. It's not that she can't think it. It takes her longer to get it out because of the cerebral palsy. You get what I'm saying? It's not that she's not intelligent. People always assume that. And they also assume that people who have intelligence problems are not intelligent. No, they're just intelligent in a different way. Like I know a girl who had autism who had the brain of a 5-year-old. She would never grow up further than that. She had tumors in her brain, and it, basically caused that, right? And I'm going to tell you something. She could play a video game. She wouldn't look at the screen, would listen to the sound, and you could hand her any video game. She never played it before, right? Never touched the controller, don't know the buttons. You hand it to her, set her in front of the TV, and she's like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are musically gifted, or are doing art or different things. Their intelligence is just different. That's all it is. They think differently. And it's not a bad thing. They're neurodivergent. So where they may not make up with it in book learning, they could make up with it in common sense. They could make up with it in a different way. They could be a musical genius.
Yep.
So, you got to take each case as on a case-by-case basis.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. But 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, I'd appreciate it. Like, just come check out his story and since that's all I do is promote myself, I'm going to get out of here. So there you go.
Well, thank you for coming up here and promoting yourself and actually telling me, because that way, if YouTube was going to be a D about it and not give me my notifications like they do sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
I'll know and be able to be there. I'm going to reshare this live link again so that y'all can subscribe and turn on your notifications. This is going to be a very special stream, an amazing story. Thank you for Mr. G2K for coming up and promoting. You know that's what my channel's all about anyway.
Yeah, hell yeah, girl. And you know I love you, sweetheart. And just know this comes fully loaded with trigger warnings. So just you guys, well, some of you know my channel, what it's about, and whatever. Just so you know, it's a trigger warning. So be prepared.
Be prepared. Okay, I don't know why, but that just went to my head.
That's weird shit. That's weird shit because I kind of wanted to do the same thing.
I don't know why, but Lion King runs through my head.
Yep. All right, sweetheart. Stay sweet, stay you, and as always, this is G2K. Be nice, everybody. Laters.
Laters, love you, Miss Nobody.
She just walked in the door. Hang on.
Huggies, Miss Nobody, love you.
Hi, love you too.
I'll see y'all when y'all stream in a bit.
Okay.
Huggies.
Be good, Charlie. Everybody else in the chat, be nice. Hit that like, subscribe, share button. She deserves it. Laters.
Hey, bye. So yeah, y'all know I love promoting anyway. But yeah, Wildflower, the new the background I've had for a minute, I just don't use it often. I need to probably use it more because it is a cute background. I found it one day and I kind of do like the way it looks. Let me make myself small so y'all can see it better. I kind of like the way it looks. It's like really pretty. I have that background. This is the one for like if I'm going to do some true crime, and sometimes I want to put that as the background for my true crime. This is the game night one that I made. This is my therapy couch. So if you ever need therapy and you want to talk to me about your therapy, that's my therapy couch. See my therapy couch? You could just lay down. It looks so comfortable and cute and shit. It's a little small. I might need a bigger one, you know, a big man couch so it could be comfortable, but it's cute. Hey, TC love. How you doing, my beautiful HBCU queen? I had great conversation when we were over there talking with Big Riggs the other night, TC love. And I love when you get into your other side of yourself that people never hardly see, your like wild side. You know what I mean? You hardly ever show that side of yourself. You hardly ever show that side of yourself. Boy, we need to do that again. I think this week Big Rigs and Hood Table they rescheduled. So yeah, we need to do that again. That was so much fun. I was loving talking to y'all and having fun. I love getting up on a link when we're just bullshitting and having good conversation. Like, and we bounce off of each other well. You know what I mean? I love bouncing off of each other. Like when we have like, you know, and I think with TC, me and you think a lot alike on a certain subjects. And so I love bouncing off of like, you know, back and forth. And I love intelligent people. Thank you, Mr. G2K. I did too, TC. I feel comfortable just up there having a good old conversation. You can be yourself. I love those kind of places where you can go up, you can hit the link, you can be yourself. You ain't got to like watch yourself or, you know, be a specific kind of way. You could just be yourself and have fun. I love those kinds of conversations. I love also having the serious conversations with Mr. G2K when he's covering serious topics. Like, I think I like intelligently using all parts of my brain, if that makes sense. I like being the goofy person. If you ever notice, sometimes when I jump up on links, I become extremely goofy. Like extremely goofy. And there's a reason why I do that. Okay, think about it like this. If I can make one person smile or one person laugh or just being stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do that and I get really animated. Y'all know how I get when I get real animated, right? And when my ADHD acts up. And if I can do that just to make one person smile, I think I did my thing thistle. You know what I'm saying? I love making people smile. I love making people laugh. And if I can be goofy to do that, I will make myself goofy. Much love, Mr. G2K. I'll make sure that I also share this. I'm gonna share this right quick on my wall so that people know that this live will be going down. Um, and it's about a special needs survivor. And Mr. G2K is giving his parents or her parents a outlet to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a very serious topic, so it is. I will give the trigger warning. It's a very serious topic. Mr. G2K spreads awareness about child SA and things that happen to you know, survivors. He himself is a survivor. And you know, it is a serious topic, but it needs to be talked about. It's 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to put down the times, but you know, sometimes we need to broaden our horizons, speak about different topics, different subjects. Sometimes it's good just to be goofy with each other, and you know, I love spreading like happiness and just making people laugh and being dumb sometimes. It's fun. And then other times I do like the more serious topics and covering them and you know, opening our thought process to think about it, because we can't live in a rose colored glasses all the time. But sometimes it's good to escape to that. Sometimes it's good to escape to being just goofy together. You know what I'm saying? And other times we do need to speak about, you know, different topics so that we can, you know, broaden our horizons or speak about things. Oh yeah, this is let me share Mr. G2K's link right quick. Let me go over here. He is I just shared the live on my wall. But I'm going to go ahead and share his channel again. Oh, wait, that's the backup. I got to go to the main channel. Now, this is Mr. G2's backup channel where he does goofy topics, where he does just talk and act crazy together things. This is his backup channel. So I'm going to post this one. This is the backup. Then I'm going to post the main channel. Now, the main channel is his advocacy channel. And his advocacy channel, he talks about very serious topics. He's trying to change. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but traffickers or SAers of children only have to be on the registry for 6 years, Mr. G2K. And he wants to advocate for harsher penalties and things for them. Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. That's right, TC. And sometimes we have grown folk conversations. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is the main channel, Get to Know Stop. Oh, Mr. Get to Know's back. Let me make sure it's you. I know it is, but I'm just trying to make sure. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is me. But I came back up here because I just heard what you're saying about being an SA registered offender, and it depends on the state. It depends on the crime. Some states, you know, it would be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, life. Just
The violent ones, the
VSPs, the violent sexual predators. Those are the ones that have to be registered for life. But what I'm trying to do, and this is why I came back up here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so nobody can take away the fact that this happened to me. So I will always be a victim / survivor of this, no matter what list I get put on, no matter what program I sign up for. So once you commit this action, that is what defines you for the rest of your life. So you should have to carry that title with you for the rest of your life. So after you get arrested and tried and convicted and you have to register as a sex offender, you should have to stay registered as a sex offender for the rest of your life, because that is what you are. So.
And a lot of the offenders repeat how many times? And
90. The repeat offense rate is 99.8%.
Isn't that horrible? That's horrible. So horrible, man.
And so that's why I love and enjoy spreading your channel and your information, because I'm going to tell you this. I know that this topic is something that is hard for you to have to cover, but I know you're coming at it from a place of wanting to help. And also, for y'all who don't know, he actually wrote a book of poetry that I have. Let me go over here to my, because it's still, where I had it on Amazon. I still have the what do you call that? Where I bought it, so I can go back to it easy. And but he actually wrote an amazing book of poetry that I'm gonna go over here and grab the link for right quick. Let's see.
You're so awesome, Charlie.
Let's see. Let's see here. I'm gonna find the book right quick for y'all.
Yeah, when Charlie's on the mission, like she just like blocks everything out, and
Yeah, I'm on a mission right now. I'm on a mission. Okay, here we go. I've got the link right here. It's called Break the Silence. Okay. And it's by Mr. G2K. It says, I'm going to read y'all the description right quick. The world is a beautiful place filled with darkness. My hope with this book is to shine a different light on the world of the sexual abuse of children, a light that I pray will give you, the reader, an inside perspective into the horrific dark world of sexual abuse through the words of a child who is now an adult. Some of the poems of this book are dark, some are happy, some are spiritual, but they all have one thing in common. They're all written with the hope to change the way people think about the importance of protecting the world's most valuable assets, our children.
Damn, whoever wrote that's good. Damn.
This is a link to the book right here. And that is if you want to order it. They're very good poems. I have the book myself. It's sitting over on my bookshelf right now.
I appreciate it. And if you get the book, just trust me, you won't regret it. It'll be the best $10 you spent in all of 2025. And if you read the book for what it is and take it how it was written, it'll change your life. I guarantee you that.
Coming out soon, very soon. He's working on a second one. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, I'm working on my second book.
I can't wait to get the second one now.
So this first book, if you notice, there's not one curse word in the entire book.
Yep.
Not one. The second one, not so much. Not so much. So. But yeah, I just want to come up and say that, about the whole registry thing. So, like, I mean, God himself can't take away the fact that I was sexually abused, and I'm not saying that's what defines me, because by all means it don't. But there's no list or anything I can get on that can change that. And I'll be a victim / survivor for the rest of my life. Nobody can take that away from me. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should have to stay registered for the rest of their life.
They can't take away the bad parts that you've had to deal with. They can't take away the fact of it's hard to trust people. They can't take away the fact that, you can't trust your kids with people, and the fear that you have to live with. Because here's the thing, once that's done to you, there's so much that you have to mentally go through to get through it. You know what I'm saying? And how many times that it causes problems in your personal life, like even dating and so on and so forth. And so
yep.
You don't get to take away your scars, your hurt, your pain for the rest of your life. Why should they be able to?
They shouldn't. I mean, after all, you can't unsuck a dick. So you know what I mean? Like I mean, I don't mean to sound crude, but you know what I mean? That makes you a dick suck, you know, that's what it is. You can't undo it. If you can't undo it, that's what you are, period.
Yep.
And if they haven't found any help so far that helps them to stop doing it. I mean, that's why the percentage rate is so high. Because they don't stop. It never goes away. That attraction to children never goes away.
And it won't. And
It's horrible. It really is.
I want you to meet my beautiful TC, HBCU queen. I love this lady right here with all my heart. Hey, TC Boo.
Hey, I love you too, Miss Charlie. Love you, girl. And hi, Mr. G2K, and to his queen. How are you? Happy Labor Day.
Very good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And hi to the chat. Mr. G2K, I just looked at the book. I'm like, wow, that looks really breaking the silence. I'm definitely going to be ordering it. I had a question for you. Do you in the breaking silence, do you have anything in there in reference to each state or various states and their policy as it pertains to trafficking?
No, it don't. This book, it's 100% personal. It's my life. It's my life. It's not.
Okay.
It's poems. It's poems of my journey through sexual abuse. As now looking back, if you see the cover of it, you can see that it's a set of open windows. You can see a young child in the foreground or in the background. Well, that's me. I look at it like that's me looking out the window at myself as a child and knowing and finally being the voice for what happened to me and putting it and putting it in a way that it's going to tear your heart out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason for it.
Okay.
It'll change your life. I'm not just saying that because it's my book.
There is a website for that information. There is a website
yes.
you can get that information.
Yes, there is a website where you can get that information at and just go to NSOR.gov, National Sex Offender Registry. That'll break everything down for you. It'll put it all in for you.
Okay.
So
wow. Okay, well, I appreciate that, and I will definitely thank you, Charlie. Thank you to Mr. G2K. I will be ordering my book, and maybe one day if you're having like a little meet and greet or something, maybe you can be signing the stuff and all of that good thing.
Yeah, or we can. We'll figure it out. So we'll get you a signed copy. Whether you send it to me after you order it, and then I sign it and send it back to you, or whatever, we'll get it worked out.
Excellent. I appreciate it because I'm doing some work here in Pennsylvania in reference to it, and wow, you might even be somebody I look to, maybe to even come and sell your books, but also to talk to some folks that
absolutely
I'm working with.
Like I'm down to spread the word and get awareness out there at any time, place, any way I can help. I don't mean to sound like braggadocious or anything, but there's not too many people that I've met so far on YouTube or even in my personal life that knows more about this subject than I do. So like statistics, numbers, and facts, it's all crammed. It's all crammed in my brain. Like anytime. Just hit me up. Like,
gotcha.
Just hit me up. I'm down to help anytime.
Excellent. I really, wow. This is I wasn't even expecting this today, man. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. When I get the book, I'm gonna be reading it ASAP. I don't know if you're around and about Pennsylvania, but
I'm in Idaho.
Oh, okay. Because Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh! I've been hearing some of the statistics and
Pennsylvania's up in the top 6, I believe.
Oh yeah, okay, exactly. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, I said 6 for a reason. I'm pretty sure that they are the 6th worst state. Like, and do you know what state's the number 1 for this crime? It's a trick question. It's not even a state. It's a district.
Ooh, DC.
DC, sweetheart. DC. Why do you think
Okay.
that is? Because that's where our government officials are, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, got you. I read you loud and clear.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
I'm not
So
surprised.
it don't
Interesting.
surprise me either. It don't surprise
Mm,
me either.
disgraceful. But the thank you for being an advocate, you and your wife. Thank you, and I'm sorry that that happened to you as a
No, no, no! Don't
child.
say that, please. Don't say that, please. Like, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything. Like, I don't come up here to hear people say sorry to me. The person that did this to me is the only person I ever wanted to hear say sorry to me, and he's now
Okay,
dead, which is rejoiceful. And I'm not trying to sound mean or rude. I appreciate the thoughts behind it, but if it
Mhm.
wouldn't have happened to me, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. We wouldn't be getting to know each other, and we wouldn't be changing the world together. So,
Understood. I
you know what
take
I
it.
mean?
I take it that you're very spiritual gentleman. So I hear you. I hear that. I understand. I got it. Yep.
All right.
So thank
Sweet.
you, and nice meeting you. Nice talking to you. And Charlie, thank you so much. Wow, wow, this is amazing.
Always.
Woo,
And I'm
thank
gonna
you
tell
so
you
much.
something, Mr. G2K. TC
Mm,
is very like she does a lot for communities. She teaches kids how to get into colleges and get scholarships. Like she's an amazing person inside and out.
Sweet. Sweet.
yeah.
So Charlie, I personally like thank you for I mean, I know you didn't set this meeting up, but for setting this meeting up. TC, I really do look forward to getting to know you. And
hmm
um I'm usually not wrong about this, but we're gonna get to know each other real well.
I totally agree. I wouldn't have come up here. You just drew me. You and your wife talking and listening to some of the conversation about and I've subbed to you two of the channels, so I'll definitely look. We're connected. I'll put it that way. We're connected.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All
Ain't
right,
God
y'all.
good? Ain't God good?
Won't he do it? Yes, won't
The
he
Mm.
do
greatest
it? Yes,
the
Lord.
greatest ever. The greatest ever.
You got that right. And all right, well, listen, I'm gonna drop down. Thank you once again. Everybody have a restful and eventful Labor Day, and keep doing your work. Thank you so much, G2K.
God bless.
God bless, sweetheart.
All right, God bless. Thanks, Charlie. God bless you,
Love
boo.
you, TC.
Love you too. Peace.
Later.
Um, yeah, TC is an amazing human being, and just like you are, and I'm glad that God decided today that TC was just going to drop down, you was going to drop down, and it just happened that way. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sometimes
do.
connections are needed to be made, and sometimes we help each other. Like some things, and she's working on some things, and y'all can get together and possibly help things, and then we get everybody together, we can make a change. Separately, it's hard, but together they always say, divided we fall, and
Oh yeah.
united we
United
stand.
we stand. Yep.
Mm,
Look, one person can only scream so loud for so long, and only so many people will listen. If you got one person standing on the courthouse steps screaming, you're not going to get very much attention. But if you got 50 people standing on the courthouse steps, you're going to get some attention. If you got 50 people standing on every courthouse in the United States, we're going to get some attention.
That's what the government wants us to be divided too. Like we all
They thrive off of
together.
it.
They thrive off this being divided, and it's just bad.
So
And people need to come together like that. People,
100%.
it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
I'm just so happy I could just be the one that accidentally got peoples together. I'm like, yay!
Hell yeah, Charlie. And with that being said, Charlie, stay golden, sweetheart. I love you. And for the third and final time today for this panel, later, ladies and gentlemen, remember, just be nice. Just be nice. It's real easy. It don't cost
It's
anything.
free.
You feel better. It's free. It makes you feel better when you do it. It makes people around you feel better. So just be nice, ladies and gentlemen. Laters.
Huggies.
Love you, Charlie.
Love you, Mom Nesto Bodie. Kiss you and bring it back to me.
Bump, bump, bump. You know what I love about all that junk? All that junk inside her trunk? Ooh, damn. Just
It's
saying.
gonna make you scream, make you scream, make you scream.
Oh, God. I'm singing right now. I got to go.
Gotta come over for karaoke.
Yeah, I know. I gotta catch y'all when y'all like it's because sometimes what happens is either too late and or it's like a day I'm actually doing something. I'm like, damn it!
I'm gonna start doing them a little bit earlier in the day, but not too much earlier because, Sundays are one of my busier days at work. So, but
Well, Sunday's my geek and God day. I'm not free till after 2 because I be doing my geeking thing. I be doing my D&D.
well, there you go. There we go.
Yeah.
Level 77 Dragon Master right here. I'm just kidding. I've never played D&D. Laters.
Bye, guys.
I want to thank y'all for coming up today and for everything, and for everybody that was here that hit the like button. I want to thank Mr. G2K for the super sticker again, super chat. I thank everybody who hits the cash up that just supports me in any way, shape, or form. Y'all know I'm super appreciative, and I try to support back as much as possible. I am only one human, and sometimes I get busy and life be lifing. But I want you to know that I love you all. I got to go cook and do all those things and adult. I'm going to take a moment after this live to rest for just a minute. Then I'm going to go cook. So I just want everybody to know how much I love y'all, and I appreciate every damn one of them. You don't know how much I really, truly do appreciate every single one of you. And I want you to know that over here you loved and you my angels. That's why I call you my angels. And I want you to have a good day today. Keep smiling. Kindness is free. Make somebody laugh. Make somebody smile today. Just give a random compliment to a stranger. Say, you know what? I like your hair. I like your shoes. You never know when that one kind word that you just said might have saved somebody's life. So just be kind to yourself and to others. And please take care of yourselves because health is wealth. And you need to take care of all of you, not just your physical health, but your mental health also. And keep smiling. And no matter what nobody says about you or to you, right? It's only what you answer to. So don't answer to no bullshit. Go where you're appreciated, not tolerated. And I love you all, and I'll see you on the streets. Also, please wash your ass, wash your face, motherfucker, and brush your teeth. Love y'all. Bye.
I'm from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUBELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, checking seat banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking round 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments when OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my